Hey, what's going on, everyone? Running a little bit late today. We got the dollar that's opening up, so I put in the 60-minute chart. See how we're opening. Came across the 34, coming into support now. It's got to hold support. So plenty of room to come back in. And it's got to break previous highs to get going again. So it's at resistance. It's already whipsawed, came back in. See if it'll reverse here, as this might just very well be the bottom. As we look further up here at the day, see how we opened here. We came into resistance already on the 8. Yesterday, we closed a hammer almost. Pretty nice, sweet looking long wick. And it broke down, so this could have been a rejection. It did break down, but it recovered all the way back up. So that's why they call it a hammer. It's knocking out a bottom. So there we go. It ran into resistance already. It could very well make an opposing point, get some kind of a trend going off a bottom. But nice little hammer. Look for previous high breaks on a confirmation. We do have a reversal bar here, so above the 8 would be appropriate as 50% rule comes into play and previous lows start to press down on upward action. Looks like S&P is just topsy-turvy. Looks bullish 1 minute, next minute you're thinking, hey, that's probably a bearish retracement above the 34. Look for breaks, previous low breaks across the 34. The ball is not bouncing very well on this one. We got reverse head and shoulders, cross, hammered, tried to break, covered the gap, and looks like some kind of a topsy-turvy thing as the ball is bouncing and it looks like it's rolling over. But look for previous high breaks, as it could very well be just bullish as ever. But look at the rejection off the 8, came back down, rejection off the 13. It's getting, the ball is bouncing lower and lower. Bearish, I guess. Oh, look at that. Same. Looked like a reversal one day, hit resistance, backed off. Could be the bearish retracement right there on the daily chart. Does not look good. Look for previous low breaks. I would say confirm this candle on the way down. Use that as your resistance on the upside. Wow, I didn't see that. Nasdaq still getting rejected by the higher low it's put in. Now it's got a double top higher low. Got a double top right here. Look for previous low breaks. It's in the channel, right? Both those bars are the same. Momentum looks down. It's like the ball is rolling over on these things. Gold, straight to gold. Looks like we got a little rejection at 1220. 1220 was the breaking point. So this is a throwback. Look how it closed. That's a nice inverted hammer. Throwback into support. The break and the throwback. The bullish retracement. All the way back in. I wish it was tighter. But it has that trading action of an inverted hammer. Right over support. This could get volatile. As the head fake is in, came back into support, could come down a little bit more. Don't confirm on the downside. That could turn into a falling star, no problem. But yeah, that looks pretty badass. 12. I said 1220. 1220 is the resistance from the opposing points. What I would call, actually I wouldn't call it anything. Somebody else called it a balance point. So still got the 1-2 punch over the weekly. Looking for that. That would be sweet. Closing above previous highs, and then the next week just pop. Got one more day of trading. Let's look at that daily chart again. Oh my god. I've been busy all day, so I didn't see that. That looks nice. If we can break this spot, get up into the new range, somehow make a right shoulder, that's pretty much a V bottom. We got an opposing point in. All we need to do is break into previous lows, closing above previous highs, get into previous lows. Nice inverted hammer right over the resistance. Even if you didn't agree that that's a balance point, it went right over resistance and closed the inverted hammer right over support on this pattern. Gonna crack the whip. Looks pretty badass. I really, really, really like that inverted hammer right over support. Silver. Now silver did break out, and this is their pullback. It was a little bit different. Took 3 days. The first day wasn't enough, so it broke out, and it had to gather its legs. So oh, I guess this is today's candles. This was yesterday's. So same thing. It broke out, threw back. I wish that candle didn't have that wick on there, but it still has that trading action, that head fake. It held 17. I think 1750. Do we agree that that was the break point yesterday? Yeah, around 1750. 1750 gets to 1850. 1850 on up is blue skies. 1850 opens up a whole nother trading range. So yeah, coming into support after the throwback, coming off this bottom, reverse head and shoulders right across. Came into support, broke down. Now we have an opposing point. Now it allows it to keep going. So all we have is a flat top break coming back into support, which is the famous bullish retracement. Copper. Copper, come on. That copper was looking so much better than that. Copper's coming in with a double top now. Could not get over previous highs. Rejected. This does look like a stair step into support, but where support is, it's already cracked the 8, so that's beginning not good. Ultimate support's down here. Of that top trend. See if we can get up to previous lows. If it does want to crack. But otherwise, 1, 2, 3 right over the support line, and maybe just have a reversal right here. As it is at support. Right now. Looks like it's cracking. Starting later so I get to cheat a little bit. See tomorrow's action. It's got to hold previous lows. You got a previous high here. Next line of support is at 2.63. So, see what happens. Looking for a turnaround. Bitcoin. Nice. Badass. Little Bitcoin. That's a pretty nice, definite, with authority kind of breakout. Would you agree not? 936 on up, 937. Just cracked it. Damn. Alright, so it looks like at the weekly. Look at that now. Nice U, sharp U. 1, 2, doubled back, 3, 4, 5-week turnaround on a huge U pattern, breaking previous highs. Is this thing just going to blow up or what? That's going to be a flat top break of a lifetime. Look at that. That's what silver's going to do at 50. That's what silver looks like. Not exactly, but it's got a huge ass U. And then now on silver, we have this dog leg right here. So, instead of a dog leg, this MF is going to break out with authority. Look at that. Right over, all it has to do is fill that wick. No problem. It'll follow it all the way up. So let's see what happens when it reaches ultimate highs. Look for any kind of breakout throwback time. Watch it get real volatile. This thing's crazy. Wow. 5-week consolidation breaking out already? Are you kidding me? Damn. Wish I would have bought at 750. 754 was the low. Right at previous highs. Just badass. Look at that reversal. Never stopped. Wish I had $1 million. Looks like crude just kind of woke up out of nowhere and look for previous high breaks as support is held. Previous high breaks coming in. Should get us to 60 at least. I got previous highs over here at 60. I got 62.50. I would say 62.50. And then that should get you up to previous highs. 70. 60 should get you 70. Shanghai. Lots of war talk lately in the China Sea, all this crap. I think that's just the media hyping it up. I think Trump's a negotiator. I think he'll figure it out. He'll figure out something in trade, as any smart person would do. Just go blow each other up. They're retards. Nice hammer. Looking strong. Got a little rejection at the 8 and resistance. Look for a little momentum slowing. But that's a nice hammer. Right into resistance. Right over the 34. No real gusto. I mean, the 34 is churned on a dime. I mean, total reversal on from down to just curved. The 34 is kind of hard to churn, and that churned pretty hard. Would you agree? Let's compare it to some. Let's compare it to gold. Look how slow these things churn, right? I mean, it just seems like that really churned really fast. I guess it has a habit of doing that. That might be a long bearish flag. But the longer it consolidates, I mean, anything could happen. And that hammer is pretty definite. Look for previous high breaks. It's got to close above previous highs. It's got to get over resistance. You got previous highs, right where the balance point is. Got two lines of resistance at the balance. Let's see what happens. TNX. What is going on with TNX? Alright, well, it looks bearish right off the bat because it has this line of resistance, and it hit it, came in, made an opposing point, and then the next one it missed. It attempted to get back up to the natural course of return on a momentum swing, and it got rejected. And what do I say? If it doesn't reach its destination, double bearish. So it's got to cut through lines of support still, but it's likely on this miss, it's going to likely hit previous lows. So that's my bet. That's my probability bet for the day right there. And Nikkei. Let's see here. Came in, bearish retraced. Cut a look at the draw. Came all the way back down into support. Got rejected. Looks like for now it's in between last lines of defense and resistance. Lots of resistance on the way up. Lots of work to do. But it is holding the incline. So maybe if this breaks previous highs, we got a 2-bar pattern reversal. It's got to confirm on the upside. Otherwise, that was the bearish retracement, as it will hit resistance one more time, maybe, and then fall over as momentum drops. Damn. I thought we were all bullish on coal. That doesn't look good at all. Not bullish on coal at all. That's what that said. Look for a measured move to come in. It needs to gather its legs. It's waiting for something. Not ready to break out here. We got a whipsaw. We got a whipsaw here. Consolidated it for a little while and just got rejected by the resistance coming down. If it didn't make a move in time, through time you lose momentum. So it didn't break resistance, and it fell over. Nothing. Broke the line. It was in that channel forever. So look for a measured move from the high to the low of the channel, as you can take a measured move. I would say could be in and around this area. That's just a general guess. So I'll take the high. I don't know. Can't remember. Outside the channel? Yeah, I gotta take the measured move. 55, 30. 38. So take the measured move. Hope you didn't want to get my calculator out. It's at support on a monthly. See what happens. Could just be a head fake right outside the channel. You never know. GDX. Yeah, let's do that. Inverted hammer. See, nice inverted hammer. You can see that, everyone, I hope. Nice inverted hammer. The pop, and it came back into inverted hammerville. That's pretty nice hammer. Or inverted hammer. Pretty sweet. We did come into resistance though. So that inverted hammer could turn into a falling star. Because we do have support all the way down in here. So look for a reversal if that inverted hammer on the daily is confirmed on the downside, as everything can come back into support. It's likely. Could happen. We did open up above previous highs. And since it's down. Oh, GDX. I am totally out of my mind right now. Sorry, I lost what I was doing. GDXJ. Really confused on this candle though. Guess it's opened already. You know, I was getting after hours. Looking for a close. I guess that was a close. I'm really confused right now. Which day it is. Which day is this candle? Right, the second. So it is closed. What day is this candle? Alright, so that is the close. That was yesterday's candle. Out of my mind. Alright, so it did close above previous highs today. Inverted hammer is still in play. And we are now closed above previous highs. So now we're in such an area where all we have to do is take out that wick, and it's off and running. And following wicks all the way up takes a lot less effort than if you had a large body. GDXJ. Alright, so we had a breakout. We are above previous highs. It came back into support on its own little throwback for the daily, but I wish it closed a little bit higher. Not much movement at all. thought this thing was going to gap higher than that. Nugget, same thing. It broke out, came back into support, and held its own above previous highs. There, that is good sign, good sign. These things can come churn over though, you know. Let's take a longer look at JNUG. We've got to hold a line. Previous highs. Let's hold previous highs. Let's hold previous highs. Every time we break a previous high, we got support. Let's hold the support. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's get this thing running. Tomorrow's the weekly close. Watch on this one. You got a double top closing a hanging man. So watch for anything confirming on the downside, as it is far and away from its natural course of return. That's not too far off, but that's a big move for a 6 penny stock. UBQU. Looks like uranium kind of churned over on us on BNLLF. I'm still holding this one. I wish it would hurry up and do what it's going to do. It's got a nice U coming in. I need to get above resistance on tomorrow's action. So I got to get above previous highs. I got to get above previous resistance levels so I can make it into the next range. Next price range. The reason why I like this so much is the monthly chart. Price is in a huge pinch, and most certainly will break previous highs into previous lows, and could get a nice run out of this as volume has really picked up in this bottom pattern. So let's see what happens. I have a feeling they're diluting the stock though, so don't be mad at me when it doesn't move at all, because the people. That's the inverted hammer on the weekly that I love so much. So far for this week, a little hammer forming, a little high and tight on it too, and looks like today we broke previous highs. We got to get above previous highs over here and previous highs over here. But definitely above the 8 for the weekly close to matter. Above previous highs. There we go. Looks like a double back on URRA for the week. URE, I saw this took a dump. Yeah. Coming all the way back into previous breakout points. Huge run up. The next week opened way down, and now it's stair stepping into support. It is below 2, so I would look on the return. Resistance at 2. If it closes above 2, use that as your support, and then you're pretty golden for the bounce. As holding 2 will have to consolidate a little bit, but if this doubles back and closes the week above 2, that's pretty sweet. Pretty sweet indeed. Because you'll have a pretty nice hammer. See what happens. UEC, still working that double top. This one's more of a high level consolidation. It always can come back into support though. NGD, see how that just got downgraded. But on the long term, this thing just got pulled back like 25% more than usual. And now it's double backing. It's going on the way. it's still in a bullish retracement formation, holding previous lows so far. If this candle can close up here for this next month, I wouldn't even bother with the Scotiabank recommendations because it would just double back on their recommendation. Market would, it wouldn't be me thumbing my opinion at them. It'd be the whole market. AG needs to break previous highs still on the daily. It broke previous highs. It's closing up. Nothing wrong with AG. Silver is breaking out, and look for any kind of double back. We still have to break previous highs at 10. Looks healthy though. Previous high breaks looks on the up and up. Nice flat top break. USLV has a little trouble getting up, closed back in, but holding the line is important on a weekly close, and it's just right there. It just came back into support. Watch for anything below as we can wait and see what happens, but silver's breaking out, so might just be just a little hiccup. Everything else is breaking out. I think 18 is a good mark for USLV. Is it? Yeah, this is 3 times the long derivative too. EXK. I like EXK. Right over the 34 coming in. Reverse head and shoulders confirmation. It's closing above so far, above previous highs. You can see that better on a daily, I think. Yep. Look at that flat top break on EXK. That's a nice clean break right there. Look at that. Look at the. Okay, so you got a lot of things going on here, but you got a left shoulder, you got a head, right shoulder took a while. Look how it's price movement over the 813 and 34. As we lost support here, gap down, doubled back in under the 8. Did a little 1-2, 1-2. Busted out, came all the way back in, crossed the 34. The next was a bullish Harami, popped. Now we have the right shoulder, and it kind of did one of these things. 3-bar pattern here, and that hasn't looked back. Right over the 34. Right over the 34, came back in. Nice previous high break. VGZ, come on. It's having still some hard times in here. See if we can get this thing back above previous high breaks. It's right there at the, near the break into previous lows section. Holding 1. Gonna get some straight lines, but then we got the double bottom here. We got resistance into. Gotta hold 1. It's breaking the previous lows. It's almost there. GFI, cracking. Look at the flat top break. That's a nice little move right there. Double topped, came into resistance. Now it's breaking. Man, that's a nice looking chart right there. Flat top breaks already confirmed above previous highs. NAK looks like it had an exhausted move and now it's having some trouble. So be careful on the way down. As first you make the head and then you make the body. So it could come down quite a ways. CLF. Wow, CLF is making its tight little maneuvers in there. Look how tight that is getting wound up. Anything outside that pattern, watch this thing move. CLF has not disappointed yet. Although that looks like a top pattern. Look for moves outside the pattern. On a weekly basis, it's right in between support and resistance. So it's having these little fits in back and forth support and resistance. We got final lines of support over here at 840. It's got a hold. Looks like it came and bounced too. Now it's right off support. Closed at resistance. See what happens, but it's inside that pattern. Watch out anything outside the pattern. KGC. It's coming into resistance here shortly. See what happens. That resistance coming in right here. SVBL. Almost bought some of this today. Looks pretty healthy. That's just me though. Had a little trouble over resistance. Still building. You got previous high breaks coming in if you didn't pick it up on support. Try not to trade in between the range, but you can also use previous highs as your support, as price can move into the next range. You got previous highs over here as support too. Didn't close. It's closing at resistance support level. Goro, not quite there yet, but pretty nice bullish looking pattern. You got left shoulder right over the 34 right there. Bullish retracement best buy ever. Right there. 438. Going for the swing. AU, look at that. Clean break. Closing on its highs. Closing on its highs. Clean break. This thing, that might get out of control, that one. Nice. AG. Looks like AG just fell apart in it. Came all the way down into support. Tried to break down support and then did a bullish piercing pattern. The next day it gapped into resistance. It's got to hold above the 8. AGI looked a lot better than that. Let's check the long term, make sure we're alright. Looks like we're okay on the long term. Looks like it bounced right where it should have. Right over support. Monthly, still hanging in there. Nice inverted hammer right over resistance, and now it's on the up and up. So not bad, even though on the daily it came all the way back into support. Little head fake. A little different than the other ones. BTG. Looks like that broke over resistance and came back in. Nice J curve. Price is way up here though. Might get rejected. Maybe price will have to come down. But because the 8 hasn't turned over yet, it's not in positive territory. Price is way up. And then the 8 has to swing back. I mean, if this is really bullish and it closes up here, the 8 could just very well just swoop on by, but on the next open. See what happens. I'm going to carry this CNAB down a little bit. All these AUI. Did we break? Did we break? Yep. Nice reverse head and shoulders. Just a beautiful little chart right there. HL. Let's see. Let's clear that crap out. Looks like it's having a little trouble getting over resistance. You got resistance here, here, and over here. And a gap to boot. Gaps are support and resistance lines, so it's right at the gap. Lots of resistance. Let's see if it'll break. Nice U. Could the handle form right here? I don't know. Could it keep going? Yeah. Kind of got rejected at previous highs. See what happens. IAG. No flat top break yet. Watching that one. ABX. Looks like it, for the daily, it put in a nasty reversal bar right into resistance. So, did it do its thing? Is it done? Wouldn't take much to break that. But it looks like a reversal bar at resistance on the daily. So this might need to recover a little bit, gather its legs. Try again, but we got resistance right now. But tomorrow is another day. See if it'll close above resistance tomorrow. GG. Trying to get over that previous high. See what happens. NEM. Nice back and forth above and below resistance support levels. Daily, it's just got to break that flat top. Nice left, head, right shoulder. Take out that reversal bar. Take out previous highs. Hold support at the line here. We got a meeting line right here. A major line of support and resistance is a meeting line. So hold that support. BVN. Needs a sharp break on that one. Looks like prices came into resistance a lot. It's getting really tightly squeezed between resistance and support. Looks like we hit it, came back in, recovered, and hit it. Look for some kind of gap over. That could seriously do some damage. As it hops, skips right over any other resistance levels. Let's see what happens on that one. It's got to have a real nice, crisp, clean amount of volume too. Looks like volume's been dropping. See what happens on that. Seen AB. I don't know, that was a huge, huge run up. From all the way down, consolidated, popped. Looks like direction is down. See what happens. EVG. We got support. We got resistance in and around 12. Let's see if this will pop and close above 12. That looks good. Previous high breaks are in. Looks like we got long line of resistance coming in. That could be a nice break. It's a multi-year trendline break. 2012. That's a pretty important break right there. Something to see. I made some money on Bitcoin last night. I bought pink. You can't really tell on the long-term charts because these things are young. But I was just floating around, seeing what's going on. I didn't make a lot of money, and I'm not trading a lot of money either. So, but I bought previous high breaks, which was like gangbusters on this thing. It was crazy. It's like throwing. It's like playing craps in the alley behind the restaurant. But throwing a couple dollars at it, you know, quite nearly doubled in a few hours. It was awesome. But you can't throw a lot of money at something that's like decimals of a penny. You lose your mind. You get stuck in a trap on that one. But that was pretty cool. What do you guys think? I was thinking about putting all of these on a different channel. And I don't know what I'll call it, but it's a Bitcoin channel. And wondering how many people out there are trading these Bitcoins and all of these pairs. Pretty cool stuff. There's a lot of them. I didn't know there were so many of them, and this is just a fraction of them. So let me know what you think. Thanks for hanging out for almost 50 minutes. And just remember, donate if you can. If you're making some money, I appreciate it. Always remember to, sometimes I'm talking a little slow. Whenever I play back my videos, on occasion, I always speed up the tempo. If you increase the speed of the video, you can get through it faster, and things will make sense, because a lot of times I go through elaborate explanations, and I get through it a lot faster, and you can get the point quicker and retain it better. That's the way I see it. Thanks for watching. Appreciate all the great comments. Glad you like these videos. I'll see ya.